We're going to keep doing our little series about the Citadel paints, and exploring their different ranges. And this one here is, I think, the last of their main ranges, which is the dry range. This is a very unique thing from Games Workshop. So it's a very interesting one to talk about because you can't find this from any other brand here. So the dry paints essentially is paint that is made to ready to dry brush. It's taken a lot of like flack because it's a very weird product. Like, for again, I said it's pretty much unique. I honestly I've never seen these across anything else, and it's very limited. As in, you can dry brush with almost any color, because like, that's any, you pick this lead belcher, you can dry brush with it. You pick this, was that one, Ultron Gray, you can dry brush with it. The dry paints, you can only dry brush with them. That's the only use that they have. They're kind of you can see this one here from the pot. It's like a jelly or something. It's like bunched up, so it's really easy to dry brush with because it's not liquid at all. So you open it and you look, oh, this paint pot is like full of dried paint. It's not actually dry, but it's also not real paint. So you cannot paint with any of the dry ranges. So in my mind, this is not really a range where just like the bases or the layer that you can just buy. Oh, I want some red, I'll just buy that one. I think they're really great, but you do need to think of like a specific use. If you need to have like a very specific reason, like I'm dry brushing something, and so I think a lot of them are really great, and a lot of them are completely useless, or most of them are most likely useless unless you do something specific with your army, right? So they're not I'm gonna buy the entire range. It's more of a I need this for a reason. And so these, well, actually there's four, but I can't find the fourth one. There's four that I have ever used, and there's one that's very popular that I've never tried myself. So these three here are my three of my four favorite. So Longbeard Gray, Terminata Stone, and Proxetti White. There's another white tone, I can't tell the difference, honestly. I don't remember the name. I think I buy either one, it's fine. So it's a light gray, light I guess bone color, and one white. And I like these because they allow me to do the slap chop thing, right? If you're into the slap chop type of thing, these are really simple and straightforward. So if that's one thing that you're very into, like you love the slap chop, these are interesting because it's dry brush made. You cannot fuck it up. You cannot fuck it. They're made this again, this is their approach of, you use this straight out of the pot, it works. So if you are looking to dry brush, these are kind of foolproof. Again, they're very limited in the sense that, well, that's all that they do, right? So you could buy, this light gray, a white, and a bone color, use them for your regular paint, and then, spend a little time to learn to dry brush. But and it's just unfortunate I can't find the fourth one. My ultimate favorite of all these is Necron Compound, and it's light silver. Light silver I almost never use besides dry brushing. The only ever time I want to use light silver is for dry brushing. So I love Necron Compound, which is light silver, that I only dry brush with. These are kind of the ones that I like because that's usually what I want to do with them. And then the other really popular one is Rise of Rust. I think it's one of their most, it used to be called, if you're like from way back when it was released, it used to be a technical paint, and then they switched it to a dry because it is. And Rise of Rust is like orangey color, and it's kind of used with one of the technicals, which is typhus corrosion, in a lot of their videos, and it's essentially to make rust, right? So you use this one, then you dry brush your other guy, your Rise of Rust, on top of it. And I've never really done that. I rarely use orange, like straight up orange in my rust, but it's a very popular technique. I think if you follow Yo Dog, Kenny Boucher, I think that's one of the techniques that he likes. And I say this, but that's probably from Kenny from 10 years ago. Maybe Kenny now doesn't give a shit about it, but it used to be one of his main thing. That's why I know of it, but I've never really been into it. So definitely you know, they are interesting, but they are also very limited. So if you want to buy them, if you want to, you know, this is living the simple life, it's probably worth the $5. But it's, do you need them? Absolutely not. You know, so I get like the oh well, that's kind of stupid, because yeah, really, buy any light gray and learn to dry brush and you're good. But also, maybe I just want simplicity. Get this one and you're, you know, you're good to go. If you're doing like an army and there's always this one color that you keep, you know, dry brushing all the time, why not, right?